When I work with people, one of the things I need to do is to have them do metabolic typing on themselves. There was a time that I used to do it for people, but it was with a different company and they would have to spend a lot of money for a kit to test themselves, and you can actually do it online quite easily, and it's very, very accurate. So metabolic typing really started with a Dr. Weston Price, who was a dentist in the 1930s, and he became a researcher, and he was really researching the fact that so many Americans had bad teeth, bad gums, bad teeth, and he was starting to study primitive civilizations where the people had strong teeth, strong bones, and then he watched when people from the primitive civilizations started eating food that Americans were eating. Modern society food with pesticides that were just starting. And pesticides, I think, started being included in produce in 1910, somewhere around 1910, and it just has gotten worse and worse. And so after Dr. Weston Price, there were other people who followed up doing further research. And then Dr. Donald Kelly, who was a dentist, took over some of that research along with some other researchers, and he discovered that there's a system in the body called the autonomic system, and the autonomic system basically causes involuntary actions in the body. For example, the heart muscle pumping, the pituitary, the adrenals, those kinds of organs, and basically the endocrine system. And it wasn't until he met up with Dr. William Walcott in the 70s, and William Walcott started doing research and reading more information, and he came up with the oxidative system. So the two doctors combined forces, and when they started treating people using metabolic typing and determining whether they're in the autonomic system or the oxidative system, that's when they started getting results with people who had degenerative diseases like cancer. And the oxidative system determines how fast the body utilizes nutrients. And so with metabolic typing, there are 4 main metabolic types. One is a sympathetic dominant, which has very acid blood pH, and the other one is a parasympathetic, and they have a very alkaline blood pH. Then there's the slow oxidizer, who has a high blood pH, more an alkaline blood pH. And then there's the fast oxidizer, who has a very acid blood pH. But because they're in 2 different systems, the food that would make a fast oxidizer have more acid blood pH will actually make a sympathetic dominant, who also has very acid blood, it will make a sympathetic dominant more alkaline. So basically the food that works for a fast oxidizer is the exact opposite that works for a sympathetic dominant. It's very important when I work with people to know what their metabolic type is, so that I actually know if their pH in their blood is acid or alkaline, and what system is dominant in their body. My goal is to teach people how to take responsibility for their own health and to heal themselves. And so all of the information in the videos is listed in this book and much more. There's protocols so that you know exactly what to do to take responsibility for your health. If you need to get a hold of me, you can find me on themasterhealingplan.com, and you can buy my book on themasterhealingplan.com. Thank you.